Hi, we're back. We're back already.
We are indeed. Okay. Hi guys. Here we are. Well, that was interesting. Kind of had a tower reversed.
A reverse tower.
A reverse tower.
Alright.
Yeah. Which was
Like getting the tarot card reversed sort of thing?
I don't know.
The tower was upside down.
No, it was like the tower had fallen, but I was trying to build it back up again. It was like I was being told that I've been left without defenses and that I need to rebuild.
Have the tower.
Rebuild some of those defenses. And it was mostly around my health and my future. It was sort of, I don't know, like about my future plans and what things I want to accomplish. And in order to accomplish them, I can't just have this rubble lying around. I have to construct it. I have to have more
structure?
More structure. Yeah. And so it was like I had seen the tower, but then I was there trying to put it together again, trying to build something new out of what was there. Yeah, it was interesting. There were other beings there too, and I can't quite tell what they were off the top of my head. They weren't people. They were just sort of, they weren't glowing. They were kind of translucent, sort of like, you ever get like a floater on your eye or something, and it's sort of like just like ripply kind of an effect. That was that kind of movement, and they were there to help.
In and out. Not manifested.
Yeah, not fully manifested. Yeah, that was it. That's right. So they were there to help, but help me put the pieces back together. Help me to guide. I guess they were guides. I guess they were guides, but they're not fully manifested, and so that's part of what I need to work on is getting those guides with me, not just there, but where they can actually be of help. So, to help me through the things that I want to do and the things that I have to do, like health-wise and stuff. Yeah. So that was it was clear what was going on, but it was very, very quiet. Like there was no sound at all. And often I'll get some kind of tone or some kind of sound in the background, but it was very, very quiet. It was like it was in a vacuum almost. That all of this was going on. So, little
interesting.
Not fully manifested guides that were just kind of wobbling in and out, and the whole thing is that this tower collapsing, I guess for me, wasn't necessarily a bad thing, because if the building's not built correctly in the first place, then it has to come down in order to be rebuilt. and built properly and stronger so that it can withstand whatever it, is, and so that it can be a container and hold things as well, and be a structure that you can rely on.
Which calls to mind the magician, which is Mercury, which is Beth, which means like a house. So we get that sort of a link between the house and the tower.
Yeah.
One's just a larger version of the other.
Yeah.
Like
So the magician is Mercury, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're still in
Mars.
a little Mercury retrograde right now with Mars retrograde.
Mars is both retrograde.
So
I think Mercury is retrograde like tomorrow or today. Today. That's right. Today Mercury goes retrograde. Oh.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's okay for me because I was born with Mercury retrograde. So
I think it
I always
sounds like
think it's the reverse for me. It's a good thing.
Like maybe I'll talk more about this with you when because it's very personal, isn't it?
Yeah.
We'll talk more about it later.
Yeah.
After this, but should I go? Shouldn't I?
Yeah. No, that was it. That was my.
I have this idea of am I going to start to imagine myself like in the tower or looking at the tower? So I got this idea of I was approaching a tower, but it was fairly dark, so I didn't really see quite the exact what the tower looked like, but I could tell that there was like this structure before me, and I thought of entering it, and then I could think of going up steps, and then so I was kind of getting that. And one thing I found in these sort of creative visualization meditations, if I'm having trouble visualizing things in my mind's eye, to visualize my feet walking on the path. So I was able to get my feet walking up these stone steps, and then which helped things along in the visualization. So at one point I was surprised, there was a raven came up, and I don't know if he was taking something, I think he was taking some of my hair to build a nest. And I thought, well, you don't want to build a nest in that tower if it's coming down, right? So, but after a few more trogs up the hill, I wasn't going into a tower anymore and up steps in a tower. I was up into these ancient carved steps up this mountain in these rocks.
Oh, wow.
And I went up to this flat place. It was like an altar up there in this like mountaintop or cliff top or something. And there was this torch, and it was almost as though there was another being there that I was like communicating with, but there was really it was so I got this feeling I was like kind of sitting on this flat surface, kind of leaning onto this stone altar of sorts, or bench, and the idea of sacrifice came up, and what's going on the altar, what is being given, and I'll have to think more about that, but just what that was. There was thoughts about things in life, about a willingness to sacrifice. What are you willing to kind of sacrifice? But for what? For more clarity, for more truth, for more spiritual energy, essentially. And that just the idea about that sometimes things need to change so that the path could be unfold, or sort of more energy can kind of come through life.
Mm-hmm.
And that was about kind of the concept I was getting, is the tower is about allowing energy to come through your life, to be expressed through your life.
Right.
And at some point I started to think about the diamond light energy, and it's sort of like this dark sacred space with this altar. There seemed like there was a pillar or 4 pillars, and then there was 1 pillar in this space, but that there's light came of that pillar, like a diamond light energy or some sort of energy was coming out, and sort of this tower, this, but not a brick tower, but a natural kind of tower with this altar on top and pillars on top, became like a lighthouse.
Mm-hmm.
And so this whole idea of the tower becoming the lighthouse,
Right.
of a guiding light,
Right.
a guide that,
Well, that's that inspiration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
rather than something that
It's destructive.
or needs to crumble, but something that is like kind of because certainly all those classic images of the tower, well, they sort of look like a lighthouse.
What you describe reminds me of ancient lighthouses. I got a flash of like ancient Greece or ancient, definitely ancient Greece. Lighthouses on top of mount, like way on cliff tops.
Pinnacle somewhere.
Yeah, with with fire up there.
A fire, perhaps.
Yeah.
Or even a mirror focusing glass they would use somehow sometimes.
Yeah.
So lots to think about, and that's what we got.
Ta-da!
Feel free to comment or discuss or connect to us on Messenger, and we'll chat about
We'd love
what
to hear
you
from
experienced.
Yes, if you've got any questions ever, just reach out. That's what we're here for. Okay?
Okay.
Y'all, bye.
We love you. Bye.